Hello, welcome in the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. It's August and the Pan-European Conference is our monthly event. My name is Blanca Tatzer. I will be the moderator of today's event. I hope the summer is treating you well and that you have a good reception of the conference. Let's see what is waiting for us today. Today we have two presentations from the green field, we would say, and two presentations from the digital field. Let's see who are the presenters. So with us is Andrea Weisner from West University of Timisoara. She will present us the presentation entitled Integrating Circular Economy Concepts in Educational Settings. Then the second presenter is from a kindergarten. Anna will present us her experience with green shelters in my school. Green Shelter in My Heart. That's her project connected with the green skills. And then we have with us as a third presenter, Andrei. He will present us one of their products. SirKwitz, Gamified Education for Basic Programming Skills. They work a lot with coding and promoting digital education among schools. And the fourth presenter will join us in the end, entitled Digital Education in Developing Countries, Challenges and Opportunities. So Ruth Nawakwi. All right, so let's see our presenters. Andrea, welcome. Just for a start, please share with us something about yourself, who you are, and what's your work.
Hello, first of all, welcome to all my colleagues and thank you for having me today here at the conference. I'm a doctoral student. I'm going now in my third year. I'm studying circular economy reporting and I'm also part of the Applied Research Center for sustainable leadership, and I'm also holding some courses. So I hope you will enjoy my presentation today, and please feel free to ask questions about it and maybe implement the same in other universities. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I mean, sustainability and all connected with circularity and green skills is very important in today's schools. Many teachers are preparing themselves for the new year, new school year, so I'm sure they will use some of your insights. Anna, welcome, and a hug to Greece. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? So it's your third time in the Pan-European Conference, and we are always amazed about your experience. But nevertheless, some of the teachers are the first time here, so please say something about yourself.
Yes, thank you very much for your invitation to be here today. Between so interesting presenters. And you have also the hang from Greece and greetings. I'm scientist ambassador and leading Code EU teacher, also e-twinning codes, ambassador for 15 CDG, sorry, and principal of Rizario Kindergarten of Rizario. Which is one of the three first schools NBS awarded with the title of NBS Expertise school of all Europe, between schools of all Europe. And I would like to present something and how we can take the rest of you, if you're interesting to take this study.
Thank you very much. And Andrei, you are the only man today here. We will treat you very well. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Thank you so much. Hello, Blanca. Hello, dear presenters and dear participants. Thank you so much for your kind introduction. My name is Andrei. I'm a game tester and a youth worker here at Predict IESD Consulting. And in my role, I test and play a lot of educational games. That's like my main focus. But I also disseminate them in school, and I see how the kids react to the games and the teachers, how well they use them, and if they are really useful to the education.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't say future of education, but I would say the present of education, that we make learning brain friendly, and games are one of the way to make learning more friendly to our brains. Ruth, welcome, welcome. Ruth is from Zambia. We are very happy that you are with us. So what's your work?
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity, and greetings to all our presenters and participants. I am Ruth Nawakwi from Zambia. I'm the Executive Director of Inclusive Education for Sustainable Development. It's a youth-led organization working to promote the SDG 4, that is quality education, by integrating learners with disabilities in all the programs such as digital education. How well can we ensure that learners with disabilities in schools are not left behind? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we start, you can go to Facebook group Pan-European Conference on Digital Education and download all the presentations from our presenters if you want to follow the conference easier or study the presentation even later. And during the conference, you can also ask questions as usual. You ask question in a way that you type in the chat, and later after the presentation, I ask the question to the presenter. So let's start. We are already curious. Andrea, you are the first, so I will say stay like this, say goodbye to the rest and put them backstage and put on your slides. So here you are.
Thank
Yeah.
presentation on integrating circular economy principles at the Hibiscus University and in general in university. I will explore my journey towards sustainability in education. Please move on to slide number 2. So I will tell you a little bit because I heard I must a little bit hurry. So go through and after that answer the questions. This presentation outlines our strategic approach to embedding sustainability within general institutions, highlighting some key initiatives, challenges, and outcomes. It will be some simple tips and tricks, what maybe other universities can do also to go on the greener side. Please move on. My colleagues also were talking about SDGs. I will not go further inside about the SDGs, but I will make a little introduction to what circular economy is. It's a regenerative system aimed to minimize the waste and making the most of our resources. So it contracts with a traditional linear economy of take, make, dispose. Please get on. Okay, so the question was actually, why do we need sustainability in education? It is very easy because integrating this sustainability in education, it prepares students for the future challenges and fostering maybe critical thinking and problem-solving skills that are very essential for this sustainable development, because all of us go towards green. You can move on. So what were our visions and goals? We wanted to be after the West University, and with we, I mean now also the research center of Timisoara University was to be, I said, after the West University, a leader in sustainable education, and we wanted to embed the circular economy principles across our curriculum and some operations, and we wanted to reduce the waste and enhance the resource efficiency. You can go on. So what was our strategic planning? We wanted to develop a comprehensive strategy involving redesign, stakeholder engagement, because some of you know that Timisoara is a private university, and some infrastructure investment to support these goals. Okay. You can move further on. Just a little question aside, was that a little bit too fast, or should I slow down? Maybe if the people...
No, it was okay. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Then we can go on. So what was our curriculum redesign? We wanted to include this interdisciplinary courses. They was planned for the next year, maybe on sustainability, and to make the students know these necessary skills in circular economy. So you can... here I wrote a little bit about traditional practices, the waste projections, and some numbers. I don't think they are necessarily important for today's presentation, but I wanted to show also the part of the academic research did for this one. You can move on, please. So what is exactly the role of these institutions? It's about some policy developments, and we have to lead by examples, because we all are teachers. We all are examples for other universities and for other students. You can move on. So you can move on, because I also explained this slide about the conceptual framework. Just a moment. Our framework introduces students to circular economy principles, and we wanted them to emphasize the resource efficiency, the waste minimization, and the closed loop systems. So what we practically did, you can move on. So what we did was actually to reduce the paper waste and to make everything digital. I think the people wonder now, because I also always talk about theoretical, and now I wanted to say what we did practical about this. You can move on. Okay, so now we talk about this. As we delve in this digital era, we wanted, as I say, to make something new. The Hibiscus University, just a little hint, was established in 91. It's a private university. I finished my master there and get my doctorate from there, and I wanted to give something back to the university. So our sustainability initiatives were actually, as I said, to create a non-paper consumption. And this initiative led to 25% of reduction in paper waste. You can move further on, please. Okay, how was this strategy implemented? We faced challenges such as resistance to change and limited resources. The problem was that some people were used, as always, with paper. Some students also just could learn with the paper in front of them. And actually, this was the biggest challenge, to explain them. How we overcame that with workshops. The professor Cristina Mihaela Nagy, she is also my mentor, and some other professor hold some workshops, open dialogues, and this helped very much to overcome this resistance. And it was continuous support and showcasing these success stories of other universities. You can move on. So here we collaborated also with some tech partners. It was partnerships with technology firms. This provided access to some innovative solutions to significantly reduce waste and improving operational efficiency. Then we made some Google Classroom platforms, and practically all the courses and everything was uploaded there. Okay, you can move on. What lessons? You can move on because of the challenges I talked. A little bit of the infrastructure also with Google. Okay, move on. Okay, perfectly. Thank you very much, Blanca. The key lessons that we learned included the importance of the involvement of all parts, so also of teachers, of stakeholders, and of the students, and the positive impact on sustainability on the educational outcome, and it enhanced the students to engagement in many skills. You can move on, please. So here are my recommendations for other institutions. I think this is the most important part of my presentation. And we recommended here robust monitoring, collaborations between many universities, and the capacity to building and to ensure sustainable initiatives that are impactful and effective. This is all. It's not so hard. I think that everybody can make it. And in our case study, it demonstrates the feasibility and benefits of integrating circular economy principles in education, and with implication for broader adoption across all institutions. We know that we made just some baby steps here, and we have a lot more to work, but you know, every project starts in its infancy, and after that gets bigger. You can move on. I wanted to thank everybody. Unfortunately, I can see the people, but I wanted to thank everybody for listening to me, for having this chance. And I would like to make here two acknowledgements to conference Dr. Cristina Mihaela Nagy. She helped me very much, and she's my mentor. And for my professor at my doctorate, Ștefana Maria Dima, she came actually. She was one of the first in Romania who made this with the circular economy. So thank you very much for having me here.
Congratulations, Andrea. We have one question here. The question is, are the abilities in economy and probably in sustainable economy important also for social life of students? What would you say?
Yes, I don't know. I will start also the camera. I think it's very important. Can you leave the question again? Because
it's here. The question is here.
Okay, thank I have so many things right now in my mind, and
yeah. So, if are the abilities
yes,
in sustainable economy also important for the social life of students? Yes.
Yes, it's important because social life is something private, and the learning part is something about the job. And I think when they learn, they come as entrepreneurs out of the university. And I'm sorry to say that, but I must recognize we have the best universities around Europe in Romania. So when the students come as entrepreneurs out of the university, they should implement some circular economy parts in their social life and to be ready for this. I just give you an example. Nike made that, I think, 10 years ago, these sneakers about waste. So maybe the students can, I don't know, don't drop something away and tell other students. It's maybe it's not the response that it was actually now awaited, but if I will come back later, it will be no problem. But yeah, integrating circular economy in social life, so we must learn it practically.
In
And
any case, in any case, entrepreneurship is about putting idea into practice. So whatever, if it's connected with sustainability or with whatever, there
I
is the
can
model
just
how
give
you
a
can do
little
it.
tip
Yeah.
to all the women out there, because I think we're how
Yeah,
can
don't
you
worry. That's the second question. Yeah.
yes,
So,
yes, how can you get
can
it?
you recommend some of the educational resources on circular economy, perhaps?
Yes, actually, I will. When you can put, please, again, my slide in that the people can see my email address. You can write us an email at the research center, and we can help you, maybe together with the research center of Hibiscus, to implement also these things, because it's easier than you think. We just had to remove all the papers from students, from everything, and you make a step towards circularity.
So I guess that if teachers from Romania write you, then they can get also the resources in Romanian language. Other teachers from other countries can get probably English
We
language
have them
resources.
also in English, and I'm talking also German. So if it's somebody here from Austria and Germany, I would be more than glad to share it, and maybe we can collaborate with the Hibiscus Research Center. And I'm happy. I'm really happy, and I didn't expect so much questions. So thank you very much to everyone that listened to me. I'm flattered.
Thank you. There are, I can tell you now, maybe 300, almost 400 teachers on the live stream now.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you very
That's
much.
better to know after the presentation, but Anna knows that now before her presentation. So thank you, Andrea, for
Thank
your
you, and
input.
good luck, Anna. And it was a pleasure and an honor to stand beside such people like Anna, like Andrei, and like you, Blanca. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. So Anna, no pressure about the number of people, but you are used to it. So,
No, I don't have.
So we have your presentation here.
Okay.
Green shelters in my school, green shelter in my heart. Very nice symbol and metaphor. Okay.
So thank you, Andrea, because of kind comments about me. And my presentation is, I choose to present this, Green Shelters in my school, Green Shelters in my heart, because we belong to Cool Schools Net. And as I told you before, I'm very proud because our school belongs from last July in the 3 first NBS expertise schools. That means that we offer education
yes.
based in.
Congratulations, but I'm not surprised because I know you. I'm not surprised, but congratulations, yeah.
Okay, but we are very happy, of course. Next slide, please. Next slide. Thank you. This is the profile of our school. I will not waste the time to present all this because you will have the presentation, all of you, and it will be online. But no, please, Blanca, please, here, but stay that my school is one of expert STEAM school, is ambassador for 70 CDGs in 2018, Certified Sustainable and Eco School, and NBS Expertise School. Okay, next please. I would like to explain what means nature-based solutions. Nature-based solutions are solutions that are inspired and supported by nature, which are cost-effective, provide environmental, social, and economic benefits, and help build resilience. Nature-based solutions must therefore benefit biodiversity and support the delivery of a range of ecosystem services. And what is NBS work is a Horizon European project at the crossroad between nature-based solutions and education, bringing people that working together in this field to create materials, educational materials, centering the environmental, social, and professional merits of NBS. Next, please. Okay, thank you. So, transforming our school to a green shelter. If you can see in the middle, there is a picture of my school 20 years ago. Now my school looks like, our school looks like this. And I'm very proud and happy because we have a park with more than almost 200 trees. We have a little park in our schoolyard, so is a green shelter, natural green shelter. Next, please. Green shelters are not just places outside, but they can also be in our hearts. By taking care of plants and nature, we can create green shelters that make our world a better place, and they can make us to feel happy. It's crucial for students to understand the importance of sustainable practices and environmental conservation. Let's all, we make a promise to take care of our green spaces, both in our school and in our hearts, because in Greece, we burn everything that is green. Next, please. Creation of green shelters in our school. Of course, we have to start with an action plan. We discuss the needs in the process of designing of green shelters in the schoolyard. Students and their education can express their ideas or opinion, how they imagine their schoolyard, how they wanted to make a new green shelter, because we have a lot of them already. We plan carefully the activities that would involve students in the STEP and the skills that they could develop. We cooperate, of course, with landscapes architects, environmental experts, and agriculturists for this, because they will give us advices, what plants we have to use, where we have to plant them, some advices like this. The proposal should be a development based on collective vision and which solution suggested. Please, next. Exploring green shelters. Of course, we working with children age 3 to 6, so we have to explain when we say green shelters, what do we mean? I think the best way is walk to the nature, in green spaces around the school. If we don't have maybe a neighbor in every place, I think we can find a green shelter. Notice the different types of plants, trees, and flowers. We can discuss the usefulness of trees and plants, and also we can collect leaves or nuts that we use later in our class for creations. And back to school, we discuss why green shelters are so important to us and for our planet, and what causes threaten it. Please, next slide. Outdoor activities in our school yard. So some of them is organize tree planting events with the participation of students in collaboration. Blanca, please, can I have the presentation in the other way, because it's too small now and I can't see it. Okay, thank you. So first we organize tree planting with collaboration with parents, creation of a school garden where students can learn how they could cultivate their own food. We can set up compost bins for yard waste, learn to minimize our carbon footprint. Next, please. You can see the salad that we made from our vegetables. And we start how we make a green shelter. We start planting trees, flowers, and everything that give the green color in our school. With the help of parents, of course, we collect all these materials. Children plant trees, flowers, and plants, and aromatics plants, herbs, and take care of them, watching it to grow up. And in the same time, we create green spaces in our hearts, cultivating their environment awareness. They learn to love, take care, and protect the nature, coming closer with the nature. And also they learn what needs a plant or a tree to grow up, like soil, water, sun, and air. Next, please. Learning to cultivate our own vegetables and fruit. Here is some pictures from our school garden. Children really enjoy to work on this. Thank you. Next, please. Okay. Outdoor learning supports creativity and problem solving in students, offering an attractive learning environment. Through nature-based educational projects, we can have amazing results in areas relating to learning, such as social studies, science, language, art, and mathematics, and make students love school and develop positive attitudes toward the learning. And we adapted a dog. Now for the summer months, we have someone to take care of this dog. Children love to play with soil, and we have 3 ducks and a lot of turds in our schoolyard, and birds, of course, and flowers, of course. Next, please. Okay. Benefits. What are the benefits now of green shelters? Green nature spaces offer a wide range of benefits that contribute to the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of humans and the health of the environment. Improved mental well-being. Green shelters reduce stress and depression and provide opportunities to individuals to escape the hustle of daily life. And all we know that is very important if we have the time to spend time in green shelters, because offer us calming and therapeutic environment for both children and adults, of course, promoting overall mental well-being, and offer cognitive benefits. Spending time in nature has been shown to improve concentration, creativity, and cognitive function, making green spaces valuable for work, study, games, and creativity. Next, please. I'm trying to speak, because it's a big presentation, to speak to be in hurry. Connection to nature. Green shelters in school foster a sense of connection to the natural world spaces, contribute to biodiversity and supporting ecosystems. Children have the opportunity to observe plants, insects, and wildlife up close, developing an appreciation for natural ecosystem and its protection. Because we need to teach our students to learn from nature, we have to teach from nature them, and we have to leave them to grow with the nature, from nature. Next, please. Environmental education, one of the benefits. Green spaces offer opportunities for environmental education and sustainable initiatives. Initiatives. School can incorporate lessons or gardening, composting, recycling, and conservation, empowering students to become responsible global citizens. Next, please. Also offer an enhanced learning. Green spaces in school can serve as outdoor classrooms, providing hands-on learning opportunities and stimulating students' curiosity and creativity. And I have put a lot of pictures, so while I'm talking, you can see the pictures. Please, next slide. Offer physical health. Green shelters encourage physical activity and outdoor play, which are essential for children's physical health and development. Students can engage in active games, sports, and natural exploration, promoting exercise and health habits from a young age. You can see children play out in our schoolyard. Please, next. And also offer social interaction. We have offer a place for socializing, collaboration, and teamwork between shelters. And students can engage in outdoor activities together, fostering friendship and building social skills in a natural and relaxed setting. Next, please. Community engagement. Green shelters can serve as gathering spaces for school events, parent meeting, and community activities. And you can see some of them in the pictures. Okay. Next, please. Of course, they works as a good way, if I can say it, against to climate resilience. Green shelters contribute to climate resilience by providing shade, reducing urban heat effects, and absorbing carbon dioxide. They play a vital role in mitigate the impacts of climate change and creating more sustainable schools and environments. And of course, we know that clean air. Please, next slide. Okay, thank you. Some ideas for additional activities is establish a student green team to take care of school green parts, and especially during summer, because they need to water them. Partnerships with local environmental organizations for educational program and support. Development of fit-winning projects, Erasmus project or global project with this theme. Encourage students, teachers, administrators, and parents to participate in green efforts. Celebrate successes to maintain enthusiasm for the project. Do you ensure environmental sustainability, safety, and educational value? Next, please. Children and parents help to transform our school to a green, cool school, and you can see these efforts. Next, please. we ask from our students to answer to the question with drawings, of course. What will you change to make our planet more green and clean? And you can see the beautiful, we make a list with them, you can read it, and they make beautiful paintings. Next, please. And also they dream, they draw the earth that they dream. Next, please. We participate in global action days, and this one here is our certificate of that we are eco schools, and twice per year in 2nd of November and 3rd of May we participated outdoor classroom day, and children really enjoy it. Next, please. We try to make active citizens from this age, our students, because we need it for the society tomorrow and the problems that every day we have in our road. And we try to go out to visit factories. Here is from our visit in ecological cleaning of water. We call firemen in our school. We take part in events of our local community. And we try to give them every opportunity to be active citizens. Next, please. So let's change the way we live. We ask from our children to use bicycles, you can see here, and also to walk, to come in our school. And they learn from our fruits and nuts, and from the trees that we have, learn a lot. We have an online lesson here, but we have a real lesson in our class.
Yeah, sorry that I'm going quick through the slides.
Yes,
because we are out of time, and I see you have very nice pictures showing variety of activities you are doing.
We learn about local projects. Here's expression and creativity. Yes, next, please.
Yeah, very
in Portugal. Yes, we participate in different projects. Natural always a reason for inspiration. Next, please. Green shelters inspire us to use ICT also. And last one, if you have a garden and a library, you have all that you need. Thank you very much.
Very nice quote. Yeah, I will use that. I will use that somewhere. Yes. Thank you. We also have questions. Congratulations on all your work. One question, Claudia is interested if you have some of those green spaces also inside the kindergarten, so like inside the playroom. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And how is this experience? Do children collaborate in maintaining, or do you have? Yeah.
We have also some plants inside of our school. We have collection of herbs and aromatic plants there. In spring, we have a lot of spring flowers, and children, they have the key with the parents and come 1 week, one team, next week the second team during the summer, and water them, because we have to take care. Yes. And we make lessons with flowers, with plants, with all that we have in our class, not only out of our class.
Here is the picture of the link of blog. There was one question in the comments, so if we can send the link to the blog, here is the link. I will send it later in the chat because now I cannot, but later I can.
I can find it, I can put it.
Okay, then thank you. Yeah, but first one question, one more. So there is one wish, or what? How can I say? Camila is asking if you can do a twinning with Tunisian schools on topics of sustainability. So maybe
Yes.
the best way to answer this would be to write you an email or something like that.
We had, I don't know if she was in this project, but we had last year. And if you want, please, I will give the email. You can continue with the presentations, Blanca. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank all participants to watch me. So I will give my email and I will put the blog site. Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very,
you very
very
much.
much.
Thank you.
Anna, good luck with your work and
Thank
congratulations
you.
for
Thank you.
all the learning you are providing and all the activities which are really amazing. Yeah,
Thank
I'm always
you.
inspired when I hear you. Next, we move to Andrei. Oh, I have the presentation. I don't have Andrei. Just a second. Where is our Andrei? Is here. Yeah.
Yes.
So welcome once again. Andrei, his presentation is SirKwitz. Is this the correct pronunciation? SirKwitz?
Yeah, it's SirKwitz. Yes.
SirKwitz, okay.
Yes.
So we are going now to the digital part of the conference. Andrei will present us his product on gamified education for coding, right? Yeah,
Yes.
for little children. Thank you in advance. So the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So before I start talking about SirKwitz and how the game was developed, I would like to talk a bit about the project, the Erasmus project that had this product. The project name is the first step in STEM, robotics and programming, and is the initiative of Zuri Association from Romania, whose main goal is to tackle the need for online free education in the fields of STEM, robotics, and programming among youth. So the project is for kids and for young people as well. The project also involves 5 partners from Romania, Italy, Finland, and Lithuania. You can find the names and the links to their sites in the presentation. And now I will talk about Predict, Cesare Consulting, which is a company that was set up in 2006 and specializes in delivering training courses, visual products, and consultancy in different fields, such as 2D games, 3D games, video games as tool in educational areas, e-learning and online courses. And of course, we do work a lot with the young people and teachers. These are some of our other educational games. And before I start talking about SirKwitz, I would like to talk about these 2 games in particular. We have The Spirit of Europe, which was quite a big success. It's a history game. The game takes you through all the medieval history of Europe, and you learn everything about, basically everything about Europe. Through quests and fights and different kind of stories. Why did I say this was a big success? It was because in 2023, the Spirit of Europe won the Salto Awards for the digital transformation category. And then, of course, we also have Startup Quest Bakery, which teaches entrepreneurial skills in a fun and interactive way. Basically, you are the owner of a bakery, and you have to survive 36 months, and you have to make decisions and lead the bakery to survive, of course, 36 months and even more. And now we're back to SirKwitz. I'm going to start by saying how the idea of the project was brought. The project has been brought up both by the specific needs of the lead organizations and the challenges educational institutions face in terms of online teaching design for the young generation, because usually parents are really reluctant when it comes to technology, especially when it's used by their kids in school. So our products aim at shedding different light on the importance of positive consumption of technology by the young generation, stimulating them in the process of acquiring the skills needed in the 21st century and preparing the path for their future potential careers. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the game itself. SirKwitz, or we also like to call it by its full name, the Robot's Journey e-game, SirKwitz, is a beginner-friendly educational game that makes learning coding fun and accessible. This is one of our main goals, actually, to let people know that coding and programming can be fun and easy, and it's not a really big word. Through engaging puzzles, players explore 4 key programming concepts, which are base logic, loops, orientation, and debugging across 7 levels each. So there are 28 levels. The game intuitives while its players control a robot, bringing coding concepts to life while developing essential skills like logic, problem solving, and computational thinking. The objective of the game, here are some of the objectives. Problem solving through programs, ability to solve problems quickly, familiarization with various types of code and programming techniques, practical learning of loops and sequences in programming, improving error detection and troubleshooting skills. And of course, we try to promote critical and logical thinking. We really think this is important. Now I would like to show you a video. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, in this case, I have to remove your slides and then you will be able to share the screen.
Yes, please.
To play the video. So now.
Okay, please let me know if it's working.
Now now works.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to show like a brief sneak peek through the game. In SirKwitz, players control a robot through a series of increasingly challenging puzzles, each designed to teach fundamental programming concepts. The game, as I said, focuses on 4 key areas, which are base logic, loops, orientation, and sequences. These are crucial building blocks for anyone looking to understand programming. For instance, in the early levels, which you can see here, this is just level 12, players are introduced to basic logical sequences, like how to direct the robot, to move from point A to point B, for example. And as they progress, they tackle more complex tasks involving loops and problem-solving strategies that mimic real coding scenarios. And we think by integrating these concepts into gameplay, SirKwitz also helps players develop not just coding skills, but also critical thinking and problem-solving abilities. Okay, I will stop now the video because if not, it will just go on loops. All right. That was a quick overview of the game. Of course, there are 28 levels, and you can find them. I will show you the links and where it's available. So next we have some photos that we actively tested SirKwitz in various settings, including schools and festivals. The feedback we've received has been incredibly positive. Both students and teachers have expressed how much they enjoyed the game. Kids found it fun and exciting. They were really intrigued and they really wanted to show off that they can solve all the 28 levels. And I think it was great. The teachers also liked it and appreciated how it made complex concepts accessible and understandable for younger learners. it was really encouraging to see the game work well in different environments, especially outdoors. It was really fun, especially for me. When I went there and presented the game to the kids, they were really intrigued, and they were really questioning how are we at a festival with an educational game. And then they really liked it. They really find it cool. Of course, they really loved the games in schools as well. Now about the availability of the game. The game is accessible on two major platforms. You can find it on Steam and Google Play. I put the links to the games and the QR code if you want to check them out. So this means that whether you're using a computer or a mobile device, you can easily download the game and play it. That's what we really wanted. We wanted to make sure that the game can be used in class in time, because we know usually the class takes around 40 or 50 minutes. So we wanted to ensure that the game reaches as many students as possible in a short time. So regardless of the devices they have access to, they can find it. Steam is being a well-known platform for PC gamers, allow us to tap into a vast community of gamers and educators who are looking for quality educational games. And of course, on the other hand, there's Google Play, who opens the door to mobile users, which is particularly important as more and more students are using tablets and phones and all the kind of smartphones for learning. And we wanted to make sure that they both have access to both things, PCs, laptops, and of course smartphones and tablets. The game is also available on our course on the official site of the course, because the game comes with a course which is free for youth workers, trainers, teachers, and students as well. And the trainers can use the course for the class as well if they want. The course, though, teaches not just simple programming things, but it also teaches you basics about Arduino and how to develop and build like mini circuits and all kind of small electronics type of things. So if you're interested, or if you want to enroll for free, you can use this link or even the QR code. It's free, and it's basically for everyone, not just trainers or youth workers or teachers. I want to thank you so much, and I'm waiting for questions.
Thank you very much. There is one question, and congratulations, of course. It looks very inspiring and engaging. So one teacher would like to know if you play games, do you think it's easier later to engage in robotics also because you get some skills from gaming?
Yes, of course. When we create a game, we try to make it fun and interactive and engaging, and we are choosing specific designs to make them more interested in it. So when I tested the game in schools to the kids, a lot of kids were interested and wanted to learn more. They wanted to know, how do you control a robot, or how can you make a robot? Of course, I didn't know how to tell them how to make a robot from scratch, but that's the idea of the courses and the games, to make them curious and to make them want to know more.
Anita Damjanovic would like to know, in what programming language did you program your game?
So the game was made in Unreal Engine. The kids don't necessarily in the circuits in the game, they don't really learn a specific type of programming like JavaScript or C++ or etc. But they learn basic skills that are used in both of these languages.
Then Elena is saying that the QR code for free online course is invalid in her mobile. So maybe you can put a link into the private chat and I will copy paste the link later in the comments. So Elena, you can enroll in the course through the link, which I will provide in few minutes when I receive. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, and there is one more question before that. Do you need to know the language to play the game, or are they more or less non-verbal?
No, you don't need to know the language.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, the game is for basic learners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're referring to the language of programming or the language like in English.
No, like speaking, like English, Romanian. Yeah.
You don't really need to know. There is a story, and if you're interested, you can read the story. But the game is available in English, in Italian, in Lithuanian, Finland, Russian, and of course in Romanian.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really need to know the language.
Yeah, there is one question if the games are also on App Store or Play Store. So the link before was for Google Play app and on the Steam. So the question is if in App Store or Play Store.
Sadly, it's not available on Play Store or App Stores. It's available on itch.io. I don't know if that's helpful, but so far we only have those 3 platforms. It's available on Steam, Google Play, and itch.
Yeah, so teachers go there and download the game. Yeah, thank you very, very much. So please send me the link and I will copy paste in the comments. Thank you and good luck. I hope to see you again in the Pan-European conference with one or other inspiring gaming stories that you have. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I will surely.
Okay, we move on. We move to Ruth. Opa, no, here. Yes. So welcome, Ruth.
Thank you.
So yeah, the last presentation is on digital education in developing countries. We will find your slides, and here it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing my slides. I'm sure my presentation is on digital education in developing countries, challenges and opportunities. So developing countries like Zambia and all other African nations facing some challenges and what are the opportunities in digital education. Next slide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the overview of our presentation is that digital education, or what is it? What does it mean? What is the definition or importance of digital education? Looking at our 21st century, the world is becoming, it's changing, and the world is demanding for digital skills. So it refers to the use of digital tools and technologies to facilitate teaching and learning during the teaching and learning processes. So there is need to ensure that teachers are empowered with digital skills to ensure that they make use of digital platforms to enhance learning and quality education in our countries or during lessons. It also enhances access to educational resources and makes learning more engaging and interactive. So online lessons would have an opportunity to guarantee interactions and engaging with the learners if all the learners are actively participating during the lesson and ensuring that everyone is equipped with equal access and provision of internet services. So it also provides flexible learning, and allowing students to acquire or have access to materials anytime, anywhere. So the best example is this platform that we have that is connecting teachers everywhere around the world and not limiting anyone. So it's one of the best examples that we can give as a platform that is allowing us to engage and have discussions that give an opportunity to learn from one another. Then it also bridges the gap and in educational matters, and also promoting inclusivity. It helps persons with disabilities or learners with disabilities, teachers with disabilities to also learn and have technical skills on how to use digital tools and conduct their lessons, and also helps to overcome geographical barriers and students in remote areas or in rural areas. So digital education also supports inclusive education by providing tailored learning experiences for students with disabilities. I've explained that one. And also fosters equality by providing equal access through high quality educational content and resources. I can give an example of this platform, which is also allowing all teachers worldwide to have access to materials that are being used, presentations and courses that are there to ensure that every teacher is involved without leaving anyone behind. Next slide. The current landscape of digital education in our developing countries, statistics show that we have a number of programs now that are running, especially in Africa after the breakout of COVID-19, which opened a number of opportunities for African countries to recognize the importance of digital education. So increasing the uptake of digital education initiatives across the continent came as a result of COVID-19. Before the breakout of COVID-19, yes, there are some countries that were using online platforms, but it became more significant after the breakout of COVID-19. For example, in our country, we now have the Ministry of Technology and Innovation, which is running the development of e-learning platforms to enhance digital literacy and also support for technological startups focusing on education solutions. The ministry is giving support to companies and organizations focusing on digital education within the country, which is also happening in other countries. Then we have the Ministry of Education has also integrated ICT in the curriculum at all levels. So learning for digital learning starts from early childhood to higher grades. So it's not something that someone would come to know about in maybe secondary school. It starts from the early childhood education up until the higher grades. Then the training programs for teachers in digital skills. The Ministry of Education is also working to promote training programs and calling for partnerships that would promote training programs for teachers in digital skills, which is a problem at the moment for teachers. Most teachers lack digital skills in most of the African countries. Then partnerships with private sector to provide devices and internet access in schools. Mostly this is a challenge for most schools. They do not have devices to use for their digital education or online learning. It becomes difficult to have internet access, as well as most of the schools are not connected to the internet. Then the impact of digital education in Africa, we have successive stories such as improved student engagement and participation. Students would be engaged from any parts of the country or parts of the community through online learning. Then we have access to a broader range of educational content and resources. That is one of the successful impacts of digital education. Then there is also community involvement, local communities supporting digital literacy programs. We do have good feedback from the community members, as well as NGOs and private organizations or private companies and private institutions supporting the digital education programs. These programs have been enhanced also in the learning institutions such as colleges and universities that are now introducing different courses to do with education, digital education in Africa. Next slide. So now, what are the challenges? Challenges facing digital education in Africa. We have the first one is infrastructure and access. Lack of internet connectivity. I think I already talked about this one. Limited access to digital devices. I already explained on this one. Then the cost and affordability, high costs of devices and internet. Some schools find it very difficult and they get limited to subscribe to internet services. Then the issues of learners maybe from low income families, poor families, they find it very difficult to also make use of online or digital education due to lack of income to support their learning. Then we have limited digital skills among the students and teachers. Africa is still facing a number of teachers with no skill at all, no digital skills that now calls for more training of teachers. And also there is need to ensure that all schools have devices and access to internet to ensure that we have quality digital education in Africa. There is also a need for training and support. Then education policy and curriculum challenges. There is a lack of clear digital education policies that needs attention for most of the African countries. And then there is also insufficient government support and funding. The funding programs for digital education are also limited because where there is more funding would not have a challenge of having less devices in learning institutions. Then there is also curriculum limitations. Integration of digital tools into the curriculum becomes very, very challenging because of less human resource. And we also have social cultural barriers where we have gender disparities. Few women or few female teachers would be encouraged to actually take up the digital education courses, as we have more male teachers in this sector. Then we also have cultural attitudes such as resistance to new programs, and also many teachers are still focusing on traditional teaching methods. So that calls for campaign maybe for digital education in Africa. Then we have limited availability of digital content in local languages. So some of the languages limit our teachers to make use of certain digital tools that do not support their language, such as maybe if the program that is on online is in Finnish, it would be challenging for a teacher from a country like Zambia to understand the Finnish language. Then there is a picture showing some of the children in rural areas that have maybe challenges to connectivity to the internet, and also they have inadequate infrastructure to support their learning and less resources. So those are some of the challenges that the learners in rural areas are facing, more especially now that we have the impacts of climate change. For a country like Zambia, we are experiencing long power cuts. And in most areas, we still have areas there where there is no electricity at all. So there is need to ensure that we work to fight the impacts of climate change, and also provide other options for learning to take place and promote digital education. Then we have technological resources, that is limited access to devices like computers, tablets, and smartphones for students and teachers. I have explained on that one. The next slide. What are the opportunities? So opportunities, most of the opportunities came with the breakout of COVID-19, of which I explained, and most of the universities, colleges, schools identified the importance of using digital platforms for their teaching and learning. So this now increased the awareness of the need to ensure that there is quality provision of digital education, and also provision of infrastructure for learning to continue. And in most of the remote areas, learning came to an end. Most learners stopped learning until at the time that schools were opened and physical learning was allowed. So there is potential for partnerships, and there is also potential for ensure that there is public-private partnerships to enhance digital infrastructure. Digital tools can be given to learners with disabilities as well to promote inclusion and inclusive education. Then online platforms can provide access to quality education for remote learners as well. And then we use mobile learning platforms from time to time so that teachers and learners become more aware and used to using these platforms. Then there is also need to bridge the skill gap. The use of digital tools to teach critical 21st century skills, and also community and stakeholder engagement. There is scaling up the best practices by leveraging successive models from other developing regions. If we expand the online platforms that are being used maybe in Europe and also expand them to Africa, it will be easier for African teachers to make use of digital education. What is the role of inclusive education for sustainable development? For organizations like Inclusive Education for Sustainable Development, organizations need to increase on advocacy programs for digital inclusion and for educational policies to focus on digital education. Then we have collaboration with schools to provide digital tools and training through maybe campaigns and projects that would be given support by funders and donors. Then support for projects promoting digital skills among the marginalized groups in developing countries. Thank you. The next slide. Just the last. Okay, so the last one, the recommendations I would make, maybe policy recommendations, increase funding for digital infrastructure and research. There is need to ensure that we increase on funding programs for digital education to improve the state of infrastructure in Africa, and also increase on research works. Develop localized digital content. That is to fight the barrier for language, and also capacity building, train educators in digital pedagogies, and also encourage community-led digital literacy programs where the community is also engaged, and learners should not feel left behind. Then we also have the public and private partnerships, engaging the private sector in providing technological resources, and also leverage international support for digital education initiatives. Then what are the key takeaways? The key takeaways include digital education is essential for sustainable development. Where there is quality education, digital education in the 21st century can never be overlooked. Then addressing challenges requires coordinated efforts from all stakeholders. Opportunities for growth and cooperation are immense, that is under policy reforms, and need for inclusive digital education policies, incentives for investing in digital infrastructure. Then call to action. Our call to action is that we are calling all partners and governments, NGOs, institutions to support policies and initiatives that promote digital education, engage in partnerships that enhance access to digital tools and training, funding of teacher exchange programs between the EU and Africa, and also capacity building initiatives, as well as funding and technical assistance to ensure that digital education is also promoted and make an impact in Africa. There is a photo for a team from the University of Zambia. There are some projects that are being supported by Erasmus Plus, and there we had our meeting with the EU ambassador in Zambia in the picture, and the team for the Erasmus project at the University of Zambia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruth. So I believe for sharing this. I think you need to be even more innovative to work in such circumstances with lack of electricity, high prices of devices, lack of internet access. So, but how do you find the work with parents? So how they are? Are they, I mean, supportive, or how do you integrate them in all these initiatives?
With parents, it becomes difficult because most parents are not even, they also lack digital skills, but
That's
most
why I'm
parents
asking.
are.
Yeah.
It starts with training them and also introducing programs to the parents. Then you involve the learners.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you very much. We are in the end of the conference. I wish you good work also in the future, and I hope to see you here again. So, good
Thank
luck
you.
to you. And we are in the end. I would like to invite you to the next conference, which is the last Thursday in September. This is 26th of Thursday. Go to our website, erasmuspluscourses.com, and apply there as a presenter. We are always looking for teaching practice. What do you have to share with other colleagues? Any innovative digital tools, any practice you have, maybe about the evaluation, or how do you motivate students? How do you engage them in different subjects? Either in language teaching, either in mathematics, in science, in humanics, or also in different level of education. So as you saw today, we had presentations from kindergarten up to university. This is a general conference connecting teachers across Europe, and now we grew even further on because today we had even a presentation from Zambia. I am very, very grateful to all of you. Wish you good luck. And those who are starting the school year now in next 2 weeks, just happy teaching now for the whole year. Thank you, and I hope to see you again. Okay.